If you're thinking about moving to Connecticut, just hold on. Before you make that loop, there's really something that is weird happening here. So recently, I'm getting more calls and emails from people that are telling me that they're leaving and they're moving to somewhere else. So that's the exact reason why I'm here today on location in Connecticut, to find out what's really going on here. So give me a thumbs up if you're good with that. Now, it's not just the high taxes or unpredictable weather that the locals keep on complaining about. There's many other things that have the locals upset. So let's dive into the top 10 reasons why people regret living here. Number 10, of course, it's the top issue, is taxes. And Connecticut's residents are grappled with one of the highest property tax burdens in the nation. So with a high average effective property tax rate, 1.96%. Now, Connecticut's property taxes are nearly double what the national average is. High property taxes, they impact homeowners in areas with elevated property values, but now it's not just the affluent that are being affected. Now, these increased taxes are now challenging renters and ordinary citizens in terms of their cost of living and their affordability of homeownership. And some are calling me and they say they just can't do this anymore, and they're moving out of state. Number 9 is cost of living. Now, according to smartasset.com, the cost of living in Connecticut is 13% higher than the national average. Housing, it's 23% higher than the national average, where utilities is 31% higher than the national average. And a salary needed to live comfortably for a single working adult is $100,381. So compared to the national average, here's some actual numbers for living in Connecticut. If you're buying a house or renting, it's 23% higher. Utilities, on a monthly basis, it's 31% higher. And food is 2% higher. Healthcare is 9% higher. And goods and services, they're 10% higher. So prospective residents should really know that certain areas and specific cities in Connecticut, they may have higher housing costs and cost of living costs. For example, the cost of living in New Haven is 11% higher than the national average, while the cost of living in Stamford is 28% higher than the national average. Number 8, retirement. Now, while Connecticut has good healthcare facilities, healthcare costs can be high, which is a concern for retirees that are on a fixed income. And many people have told me that affordable housing that actually meets retirees' needs can be challenging, especially because of limited availability in desirable areas. Now, this is combined with some of the highest costs of living. It can strain retirement savings. And of course, the weather. As we get older, it gets more challenging. So let's talk about this. Number 7, I was surprised that Connecticut is actually ranked number 12 state for hurricanes. Now, one of the major downsides to living in Connecticut, it is beautiful, but the harsh winters can bring bitter cold and heavy snowfall. This state ranks number 3rd in the storm risk among the lower 48 states, meaning residents face significant winter challenges. The temperatures will drop below freezing a lot, and especially in the northern regions, which can experience even colder conditions than the coastal areas. And some areas like Litchfield Hills can see over 40 inches of snow each year, affecting daily life and transportation. Now, these tough winter challenges and conditions can lead to icy roads, school closures, soaring heat costs, making winter very challenging for many residents. Number 6, roads. Poor road conditions. Now, many roads, they suffer from potholes and wear and tear, making for a rough, uncomfortable ride. Winter weather takes its toll on vehicles, that's for sure. And of course, there's all kinds of seasonal hazards, because winter weather can lead to hazardous driving conditions, including icy roads and snow-covered surfaces. But then there's driving congestion on major highways and routes that are experiencing heavy traffic, especially during those rush hours, leading to frustrating delays. Number 5, traffic. Now, many people say traffic in Connecticut is bad, but if you don't have patience for long delays, this might not be the right place for you, because heavy traffic, especially in the cities, is a big drawback for residents. Now, being close to major cities like New York and Boston, that means there's lots of commuters during busy rush hours, which can make daily drives frustrating and time-consuming. And highways like 95 and I-91, they often get jammed with rush hour traffic, leading to longer travel times and stress. Number 4, limited job market. Now, while opportunities exist, some residents find a job market very competitive, and it's less diverse compared to larger metropolitan areas. Now, the job market for retirees who are seeking part-time work can be super competitive and less robust than other regions. Number 3, cultural isolation. Now, some areas of Connecticut can feel isolated, with limited access to diverse cultural experiences, dining, and entertainment options. Isolation in rural areas. Now, many parts of Connecticut are rural, which can lead to feelings of isolation for those who enjoy a little bit more social life. Something to think about. Number 2, politics. Now, the state's political landscape with its urban and suburban divide can be divisive, and some residents, they actually feel frustrated with local government or its policies, or bureaucratic challenges. Navigating state regulations and services can be frustrating, especially for new residents. Number 1, a declining population. And there's been a slight increase in some years, but Connecticut's population has declined recently. And this is due to domestic outmigration and a declining birth rate. Now, the state's labor force has also dropped by 52,100 people since February 2020. And some areas are actually experiencing population declines, which can actually affect the community vibrancy and the local economies. And there's a combined economic challenge that residents may feel that's impacting the struggling economy with issues like job outsourcing and industry decline, and it's affecting stability. Connecticut has its charms, and I really did enjoy my visit here, but after listening to so many conversations with people, I now understand what's really happening and why my real estate team has recently seen many retirees who are moving to the Myrtle Beach area. So no matter where you live in the nation, weighing those pros and cons before deciding to move, it's essential. But now I can actually see what's going on and understand Connecticut's high costs, the harsh winters, the challenges of navigating daily life. And it's clear that Connecticut isn't perfect for everyone. But what's your experience been like in Connecticut? Did you find any of this video helpful? I'm making these videos here for you, so go ahead and share this with somebody you know who could use it. And don't forget to go ahead and like and subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments below. I'll see you in the next video.